Okay, welcome ladies. So we're really excited. Okay, there's a bunch of you that jumped on. I'm really happy about that. So welcome to your new coach call. And we have a bunch of teams represented and we're pretty stoked about that. We kind of want you to be able to see that although you'll be on one particular team with your coach, you have the ability to connect with other coaches on other teams through like your bigger F.L.Y team or just from when you're going to different events and meet people that you really click with. This is just one big, huge, happy community, and we don't ever want you to feel like you don't have somewhere to go and that you have to feel, sorry, Violet is banging her dinosaur on the table. Oh no. So this is just like a little example. I just got the shovel towel. This is mom life right here. So know that you don't have to ever feel like overwhelmed, and there's definitely gonna be times where that happens, but that we're here for you to help you get through it, stay focused. If you ever feel like you just don't know where to go or what to do, go back to your vital behaviors. So we'll talk a little bit about what those vital behaviors are and what they mean to each of us, because, oh my goodness. Did you go find mommy's phone? Oh, it's right there. Totally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, vital behaviors. So that's what you're going to hear a ton from us. Vital behaviors and consistency. Those are the things that we'll probably say to you the most. If you can just stay consistent in your vital behaviors, guaranteed your business will grow. Without a doubt. Some days you might not see it right away, but it's happening behind the scenes. Everybody is watching you. So I think, I don't know like what level or what stage everybody is through getting through their checklist and their training, but I think what we'll do is we'll just talk a little bit about what we expect from you in your first month as a coach, and a little bit about what the vital behaviors are, and then we'll just kind of answer the questions and any new ones that pop into your head, and try to get everybody in and out of here pretty quick. So, I know. All right, so I'm going to get her to be quiet. Alyssa, do you want to take, kind of like go through your first month? And Megan, do you want to go through what the vital behaviors are? And maybe like, yeah, and then we'll go from there.
All right, I had to figure out how to. Okay, so do you want me to just go through the questions that we have, Jody, on here?
So first, go through like how to get into their checklist and stuff.
Okay, cool.
And what you want them to finish, and just like going through to like the first few modules.
Okay, so I know that like if you're watching this recording, I know like I have a brand new coach that like literally just signed up today. So there's going to be a lot of information. It's going to feel kind of overwhelming, even if you've been a coach for, a week or two now and you're kind of still working through things. It's okay. Try not to feel overwhelmed. And know that, it's not a race. This is your business, so you can work it as fast or as slow as you want. But when it comes to, getting the support that you need, just make sure that you're constantly keeping in touch with your coach and, working together to kind of reach your goals and learning how to set those goals. So when it comes to your first month as a coach, first of all, well, okay, I won't jump there yet. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. So for your first month as a coach, you want to just kind of, ideally, you just want to like dive right in and just, be willing to learn and just be willing to kind of have that trial and error and work through the training in a reasonable amount of time. You know, if you're plugged into the training that your coach gave you, kind of work together with your coach to figure out how long it should take you to finish that. You know, I like my coaches to finish their training within like 2 weeks or so, depending on, you know, where they are with, you know, how quickly you want to work this business. But then in each of the trainings, you know, if you're going through the Inspiration training, which is our upline team, huge resource, plenty of, you know, helpful people in there. If you have questions, don't ever be afraid. I know that Shireen's it's gonna get touched on about the different teams, but don't be afraid to ask questions if your upline coach is not available. So when you're working through these modules on the Google Drive or with your checklist or whatever, you know, ask questions and just learn along the way. But you should definitely have that training finished within your first month. And with that includes, you know, learning what Success Club is, reaching Emerald rank, just small things that might feel overwhelming right now, but they're going to excel your business and they're going to push you forward so you can really build traction, especially this time of year, you guys. Like, this is the time to be joining as a coach, and this is the time to really push yourself and set big goals for the year, because a lot can happen in the next 12 months, but you got to be willing to just dive in and learn. And one of the cool things about joining as a coach for you guys in the month of January is people, you know, if somebody is thinking about joining as a coach, they have until January 31st to join as a coach, but then also earn their free ticket to Summit. So if you just joined as a coach, you can, you know, go to Summit this summer with us and be in New Orleans. So that's really exciting. Yeah, okay. I can't see this.
Oh, I just said those like lots of repetition.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But it's also like repetition of important things. So there, you know, everything is there for a reason. And if you see it more than one time, then it's probably pretty important.
Which is why you will hear vital behaviors over and over and over. And I try to tell everyone just to like, at least, I mean, like if I'm honest, I did not finish my 21-day training all the way through 2 years ago. I mean, it was different training back then. We have like figured a lot of stuff out in the last couple of years, but I at least want everyone to get to module 4, which goes over all this. I think it's module 4, goes over all the social media stuff, because that is like, that's the basis of what is going to grow your business. So at least get far enough that you've gone through the social media training. And then when you need like pick-me-ups and stuff too, like that's where I'm going to send you. Get back into that training and kind of revive things a little bit. Okay, Megan, do you want to talk about the vital behaviors?
Sure. Okay. So, basically we say that there are 3 vital behaviors, but sometimes I feel like more than that because I like to separate things. But anyway, so key thing starting off is to make sure you're posting. Okay, so you need to share about your journey. Does that mean you need to post 3 times a day about Beachbody and I'm working out and look, here's my shake? No, that does not mean that's what you need to do. That means if you're one of those people who has not been used to posting a lot online, you're going to need to start posting a little more. Rule of thumb, we say you need to post 3 times a day. That does not mean 3 times a day about Beachbody. That just means share your life, you know, share your kids, share what's going on. If you're going on a date night, talk about it, you know, and if you have a wonderful day like I did yesterday and got to scrub your kitchen squeaky clean, you can talk about that too. And so I try to talk about Beachbody or coaching or my journey in one of those 3 posts every day. Okay, so it'll be something. And you want to kind of mix it up too. You don't want to post like, I just did my workout every single day. You know, you kind of mix it up. Talk about working out, talk about your Shakeology, talk about PD. You know, people like seeing positive stuff in their feed. And when you can talk about PD, that's always a good thing. Okay, so posting 3 times a day. Okay, you need to be inviting. So some of that happens in your posting because people are seeing what you're doing. And they're like, hey, I wonder, that must really be working for her, you know? And so even if they don't say anything, that doesn't mean they're not seeing you. And sometimes people come to you, but oftentimes we have to go to them. So think about people who would like to join with you, people who could benefit from the program, other moms, and just invite them. So we usually build relationships with these people first. So you have either you already know them, or you've conversed with them online, or you've been following their posts or whatever, and they kind of know who you are. And then, you know, you can shoot them a message and invite them. So building relationships and inviting. And then, oh shoot, I just drew a blank. Jody, literally, I looked out the window at my kid and I lost it. See, I turned my kids loose outside. I'm a bad mom. I don't have my tracker. When you are doing your vitals, we usually use a daily tracker. You can find these in the team files or talk to your coach. Maybe she's made a specific one for your team. The tracker helps you keep track of what you've done and what you haven't done. And I'm a very visual person. So when I see that, I'm like, oh, I didn't add to my network. There we go. You need to be adding to your network. That was what I blanked out on. So you need to add to your network so you're constantly growing your friends list and the amount of people that are seeing you and the people that you have to talk to. And so you'll write those names down, and that will remind you later, hey, I need to go back and make sure I've liked her posts, or, you know, started building a relationship with that person. So the tracker helps you keep up with it, and you're growing your network, you're posting, you know, and that's being a product of the product and sharing, and you're inviting people, and then you're talking about the business, you're talking about coaching, and you're talking about the blessings that it's bringing into your life. And I know you guys are brand new and you haven't like been showered with blessings yet, but I can almost guarantee every single one of you are understanding the benefits of exercise, and you're understanding the benefits of how these groups and coaching are holding you accountable. Right? I mean, that was my number one favorite thing. I was like, accountability all the way, because if I didn't have this accountability, I would go right back to what I was doing and put all that weight back on. And so that's an easy thing to talk about as a new coach, is the accountability. Okay, so quick recap again. Use a tracker. You're posting 3 times a day, at least one of those about the business or your journey. And yes, Jody, you're working towards a transformation. And then you are inviting people, and you are sharing about the business, because we want people to join in with us, right? All right, so Jody, does that cover about everything you wanted me to say on that, or do you want me to elaborate any more? I mean, obviously, exercise is part of your vital behaviors. That's a given. Yeah, you're exercising, drinking your Shakeology. And then you need to be reading PD. But I think we're going to hash into that separately. So I'm going to wait on that.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Just like, honestly, be the product of the product. That's the other line you're going to hear all the time from us. You know, if you're not going to have like, oh my gosh, I paid off my van, or, you know, those kinds of stories right off the bat. Those will come later. And you're welcome to share other stories, like, and other people on your team, their transformation, until you have your own. But a lot of what's going to draw people to you is your journey. So sharing that you're currently working on a transformation, or showing your progress along the way. Those are things that are going to allow people that feel like oh, well, so-and-so's not going to understand me because they've always been fit. We don't want to just only ever show them the finished product, because a lot of people will come to you because they think that you're in the trenches with them. But definitely, like, yeah, being the product of the product and showing that you're consistently exercising every day is going to play a big, big part, because I've had coaches and myself on the times where I've been a lot more lax and not been sharing my journey or not showing that I'm consistent in being a product of the product and working out and drinking my shake. That's when I've had a lot less engagement. And, that's when I've seen my coaches not be able to have that follow through, right, from their potential customers, because those people will watch us a long time before they jump to see if we are going to, if we're legit, right? Because there are so many fitness avenues that people can go on right now, right? There's so many coaches out there and whatnot. What is the thing that's going to relate them to you and make them want to jump with you? And a lot of that is just being consistent.
And a lot of that is sharing you, because I see commercials for this new thing that's got online workouts. I forgot what it's called. But you want them to come to you for your help. So by you sharing what's going on in your life, like say you struggle with sweets, talk about it. It's okay. It's not embarrassing because pretty much everybody struggles with sweets. So just share, like, gosh, I have this really hard time, and Shakeology is helping me overcome it. Just make it personal, because then they're gonna be like, oh, hey, Carlina, they'll be like, oh, hey, I see that you're struggling with sweets. I have this really hard time. Can you help me? They're gonna come to you because they relate to you. So not because of a product. People don't come to me because they like Beachbody. No, they can just go online if that's what they want to do somewhere else and get randomly assigned a coach. We don't want them to do that. So it's about building that relationship and that trust and that realization that, hey, I'm a real person over here with real problems just like everybody else, and just sharing about it.
And one of the things that I really want to touch on that too about is, when you're posting, like, there's so much negativity going on right now, like for the last 4 or 5 months, it's been crazy with, like, not going to bring like politics into it, but like there's just so much in our news feeds now. Like, what?
We all know what you're thinking.
Right. So much going on right now that's like, sometimes it's hard to stay positive ourselves, but at the same time, when we're constantly showing up, when we're constantly being that, that one person in somebody's news feed that's actually positive and that's actually sharing inspiration, and, you might share, you might share in your journey, like, it's been a hard day or whatever, but I'm still doing this because this fills my cup or whatever, and sharing your takeaways from your personal development. Like, people are drawn to that because we naturally want to be surrounded by positive people. And, when you're constantly showing up in somebody's feed like that, they're going to be more inclined to pay attention to what you're doing. So, I know that some people kind of want to stay away from social media when it gets to that negative point, but that's when you need to kind of lean in further and like really put yourself in that position to be that light for people, so, and don't feel overwhelmed with it, but just keep doing what you're doing and just keep inspiring people, because that's what we're trying to do. And we want to add value to people's lives in that way, aside from, getting people into a challenge group. So that's one of my favorite parts about it.
Well, I think that that was a good segue into the questions on here. I just want to make sure that you guys feel comfortable about getting into the daily routine of this. And just know that each of us has probably felt any of the emotions that you've felt about a brand new business. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be nervous. It's a brand new thing that you've never done before. And it's putting yourself out there. So again, I just want to reiterate that you guys can be honest and come to us and just keep in contact with each of us, with the coach, and we'll make sure that we hold your hand for whatever you might need. Shireen's not on, is she? Obviously. So, Alyssa, do you want to do that one?
Yeah. Okay, so when it comes to, when you first sign up as a coach, your coach probably plugged you into a few Facebook groups, maybe some message threads. So right off the bat, it can kind of feel like, okay, all of a sudden I'm put into all these groups. Like, what the heck does this mean? Who are these people? So the first group that you probably got plugged into is your coach's group. So it's, whatever your coach's team name is, mine is Where There's Smoke. So my new coaches start there. But then they also get plugged into, you might be in Team Chic, and you'll probably be in Team Inspiration as well. So these are just Facebook groups that can be used as resources, and it's just a bigger branch of our kind of family tree, if you want to call it that. So we're coming from different places and we're coming from smaller teams, but collectively we're working together to kind of fulfill this mission and share ideas and answer questions and band together to create new coach calls like this. Just kind of, touch base and help each other along the way, because, we can't all do this by ourselves, right? So that community aspect is so key, and, staying plugged in and, checking your team page, hopefully once a day, but if you can't, that's fine. But, trying to stay in those message threads and, responding to your coach when they throw out questions, and just kind of staying plugged in, and just, it's so easy to say out of sight, out of mind, especially when it comes to something new. But I promise you, if you stay engaged and you stay, involved with whatever your team is doing, this will become a part of your life. Like when I think back, I'm like, I don't even remember, my life is like a before and after, because I just dove right in, and that now it's just something that I do every day, So I promise you, if you stay engaged, you will make an impact and you will make a difference. And then, maybe a few months from now, you'll have your own team. So it's really exciting where you can take this. So, Jody, you want me to just jump right into the next one? Okay. So our next point is, when you might sign up as a coach and you might be inactive right away. What that means is, to be an active coach, you need 50 personal volume points under your account. So what that means, that you might have signed up as a coach, ordering a challenge pack, which automatically makes you an active coach. But in order to stay active, or in order to, if for some reason you just signed up without a challenge pack, then you will need to, purchase something worth 50 personal volume points to show that you are active in your account, right? So there's tons of things that you can do, that you can grab on your site to make yourself active. But in order to keep your rank, in order to just stay active in the business, you have to be an active coach. So that means that 50 personal volume points under your account. But the thing is, if you're being a product of the product and you're drinking Shakeology every month, that's 90 personal volume points right there. So that's like a no-brainer. Like, you don't even have to think about, how do I stay active every month? If you're getting that shipment of Shakeology every month, that's taken care of. So that's one thing that's, you can kind of just let that ride and you don't have to worry about that. But if you're a brand new coach and you see that you're inactive, you just have to get yourself active with 50 personal volume points at least, or, order Shakeology and get on the HD, the home direct, or you can sell 50 PV. So if you don't want to buy something right away, but I suggest that you get yourself active as soon as possible, then you can sell a challenge pack, and that counts towards your 50 PV. So that's pretty straightforward. And under everything on your website, there's a PV volume, like a personal volume number. You can just see, if something's worth 45, that's not going to get you active. So it's got to be at least 50, and then you can check that one off your list.
Yeah, and like sometimes, so if you might see this a little bit more with the on-demand challenge pack, because not as many people will be signing up as a coach if they've already been a challenger with that all-year access pass. So if you're getting your Shakeology and you become a coach like you have, it might show inactive at first, and that's just because they just have to connect the two. So your PV as a customer will become your PV as a coach. And so it might show for a day or two that you're inactive, but you're not. So don't stress. As long as you've gotten that Shakeology, you'll be fine. And everything has, like Alyssa said, different values. So if somebody is interested in just the program, then that might not quite be 50 PV, and you might like grab a cookbook or something, make the 50 PV, and so all of that, like your coach can help you with too.
Okay, so we're going to talk about reaching SC. SC stands for Success Club, and it is a point system that we get to accumulate points when we sell challenge packs. You only get Success Club points for selling challenge packs or for selling Shakeology. Okay, so if somebody just goes on your site and buys some DVDs, yeah, you get commission, but you don't get points. All right, so your goal is to invite people to challenge groups by purchasing challenge packs. Obviously, we've got the awesome annual pack right now with the all access on demand Shakeology portion pack, etc. And you get 3 Success Club points for selling the annual pack. That is the most you can get for selling one thing. So that should be your end goal right there, is to convince them to go with the all access. And it's a no-brainer anyway, because it's totally the most value. However, if you're like me and you live in rural America and people just don't have access to the best internet, they sometimes need the DVDs. Okay, I've had a few I've talked to in the past 2 months that they can't do the internet thing. So, or either it's just not fast enough to stream. So I sell them the DVDs. So the DVD challenge packs that are like $160 and up, it depends on what the program is, those you get 2 points for, 2 Success Club points. Okay, if you sell, somebody just wants Shakeology, you need to try and talk them into going with the program, okay? And we've got tips to help you with that. But if they're just gung-ho, heads against it, I just want Shakeology, that's it, then that's 1 point. 1 point for just Shakeology. And like Jody said in the chat, if you sign a coach with HD, you get Success Club point for that. The points accumulate into, like, I call them tiers, I guess, levels or whatever. Your goal, minimum goal, is to hit Success Club 5 each month. Okay, that is the minimum amount to say that you're growing your business, and that's really just more maintaining. Okay, you want to shoot to hit Success Club 10. That's the next level up. Success Club 10 will qualify you for free leads. Once you hit Emerald, right, Jody, you got to hit Emerald first. Then you hit Success Club 10, you'll get free leads. What are free leads? Free leads are free customers assigned to you by Beachbody. So these random people who see it on TV or whatever, and they go to the site and they order, they're not specifically with a coach, right? So they get randomly assigned one. Well, the peeps who are working hard and hitting Success Club 10 are the ones that are going to get those benefits. So it's like getting free money, you know, because you get this free customer and you get the commission off of their sale and you haven't even done anything. So that's one reason to hit Success Club 10. Another thing that they use Success Club points for is to go towards earning those trips. Did you see us talking about the Mexico trip and how excited we were? Or, you know, you've seen some people talking about the upcoming trip to Punta Cana. That's earned from Success Club points. The Success Club points convert into trip dollars to buy your way onto the trip. It was so funny. I was talking to my husband about this, and he's like, so you're earning this trip, and they're taking your paychecks. You're not getting paid anymore. Your money's going towards the trip. I said, no. We're still getting our commission checks. My Success Club points that I earn are converting into credit dollars, like fake money dollars, to pay for my trip. So Success Club is something you really want to shoot for. It's like just a system to really show that you're building your business. And shoot high. I mean, I know you guys are new. And you're like, oh, I just got to get to that 5. Trust me, I've been there. But that 10 is where you want to be because of the free leads. And as soon as you hit it, you don't have to wait till the next month to get the free leads. As soon as you hit that 10, you'll start getting free leads in your account. You'll see them in your back office. And then, of course, there's somebody random you've never talked to before. So we shoot them an email and be like, hey, I'm your coach. You know, I'd love to get to know you better and get you in a group, blah, blah, blah. Because you never know, those free leads could lead to the next coach on your team. They could be a killer challenger. So you want to try to talk to them to get them on your team. Let me look at my thing here. How do I get started? Okay. Emerald. Hitting Emerald is the first rank that you want to shoot for. Emerald is simple. It just means you have 2 coaches underneath you. Okay? You have, in your business, starting off, you have a left leg and a right leg. Okay, so you're here, and there's a left leg and a right leg. Whoever signs up with you first will automatically go one on the right leg, one on the left leg. It's automatically going to be fixed, which is awesome because it wasn't like that when I first started coaching. So you don't have to worry about placement. Your first 2 coaches you sign up that are like, yes, I want to get Shakeology monthly, and maybe they signed up with the annual challenge pack. Be like, yeah, I can get you a discount. And they are up under you as coaches. They do not have to work the business to be counted towards your rank. Okay, so say you sign up your mom, and she just wants Shakeology. She's not really worried about working the business. That's fine. It's going to count towards your rank. Okay, they're still going to get a discount whether they work the business or not. And then usually we sign our husbands. And there's a whole nother spiel on that. I don't want to overwhelm everybody at one time. But usually you'll sign your husband up under you so that you can double dip into the business. And then you just run his account. It doesn't mean he has to run it. You just take care of it. And then that gets you to Emerald. You only need 2 people. 2. And once you hit Emerald, your paychecks are going to tap into residual income. Residual income means that you're just like going through this cycle of earning money off of the people who are up under you. Okay? Is anybody totally not familiar with residual that's on here? You kind of understand? So that's another reason you want to hit Emerald. All right? 1, you hit Emerald and SC10, you're going to get free leads. 2, you hit Emerald, your paychecks are going to tap into residual income. So instead of your paychecks only being your commission, you're earning that extra little cycle of money from the team building process. And then the more people you build up under you, the more residual income you have, and the bigger your paychecks are on Thursday. We get paid every Thursday. Rank advancements take place every Thursday. So if you hit Emerald Friday, tomorrow, okay, it's not going to show up in your back office until the rollover next Thursday, okay? Every Thursday is rank advancement. Every Thursday is payday. So if you're trying to rank advance, you need to have it locked in by Wednesday night, okay? And there's the cutoff, is it, because I'm Eastern time. What's the cutoff, Jody? I want to say it's 9 p.m., but not Eastern. Mountain time? Okay. All right. So you want to push. You're muted, by the way. I've been lip reading. I'm pretty good at lip reading, actually.
Sorry. 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Eastern time? Okay. So you want to get everything locked in by next Wednesday. And hey, you guys are new. I know you're new, but Emerald is easy. You can so freaking hit it by next Wednesday and rank advance. What is the dates?
Yeah,
Today. All right. See, next Thursday is in February. So if you're on a team cup and you rank advance, you are going to get extra points for your team. Oh my gosh. Okay. So if you are not, let me get my spiel right here. You guys are new. I know Alyssa just has somebody who just signed up, but she's going to help you get on a team cup. Get on a team cup. I don't care if you know the people that are on your team or not. Get on the team cup. It's not anything extra work. There's no extra work. You just sign up. That's all you got to do. And all you're trying to do is hit Success Club. Get as many Success Club points as you can. And if you rank advance, you get bonus points for that towards your team. And the whole point of Team Cup is to earn these really super awesome cool prizes as a team. Okay? There's only 5 people allowed per team. That's why a lot of us are having to split up. But it's fine. I mean, we just get you on a team. All right? So you want to sign up for Team Cup. Make a note of that. All right, Jody, is that all I needed to say on that topic?
Yeah, well, I just want to add, so Team Cup's just a fun contest that Beachbody does. And actually, it's been Canadian teams that have won the last, 3 times. And they got to go to LA, I think, last time. But there's different tiers of prizes. The very first prize is a waterproof speaker this time. And last time, your very first, it's just not hard to hit the first level and everybody gets that prize. So it's just supposed to be something that adds fun, and we're trying to hit Success Club anyway, so it's not supposed to add any extra stress on you or anything like that. But it's a statistic that people that are on the Team Pep have some higher percentage of hitting Success Club and moving their businesses forward. Because a lot of people do really well and they have something to shoot for, right? When they have incentives involved. But just in regards to, hopefully we're not making you guys totally crazy right now. But oh my gosh, she's so loud. Can you guys hear her? She's just talking to herself. But for the Success Club leads, it's Success Club 5 in Emerald to get free leads, and it's Success Club 10 to get Shakeology leads. The difference with that is just that with the Shakeology leads, you're actually getting customers that have signed up on the site or whatever with Shakeology, and you can message these people and be like, "Hey, awesome! You're starting Shakeology. Let's keep it going and get a discount and I'll make sure you love it," and all those things. So you're just getting another way that you can get customers that are bringing in that volume for you if you turn them into coaches or for the discount, or bringing in extra commission for you. And all you did was your vital behaviors hitting Success Club. So Yeah, that's just it. So I'm not gonna go too crazy into these questions that were asked because they will be in your training, and don't want you to get overwhelmed. But when you are building a team and you're going through that back office, your coach is going to help you with where to place people. You don't ever have to worry about being like, oh my gosh, what, I don't know how to be strategic about where I'm putting these people on. We've got tons and tons of videos and resources to figure that all out later. But you do want to be a little bit strategic. So the question is, when you're building a team and you only have 2 little people on the chart, where do you put everyone and how do you decide left or right, and does it make a difference? It will make a difference. As you grow, it'll make more of a difference. A lot of things depend on like where you were placed under your coach, if there's already volume growing under where she's putting more coaches, or if you're, so yes, it makes a difference, but basically you just want to kind of try to keep everybody growing on the outside there. And as much as possible, just keep them even until you need to be strategic about where you need to create more volume based on the volume you have. So those are all things that we'll delve into further on as you grow. Right now, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that really matters is you want to start building cycle, which is that volume, because that's going to give you, like Megan said, that residual income and give you those extra little bonuses. The majority of what I make comes from my team. So yes, I'm still making commission from retail, but I'm also making a fair amount of commission from my team. So that's one of the big reasons why you want to have a team with you and building a team, and want them to be successful too and to duplicate as well, because the more success everyone else is having, the more success you're going to have too. So don't just like get people all excited about coaching and then drop off, but you're growing too. And it's okay for your coaches to know that you're growing too, and that you might not have all the answers, and that you're just going to go and find them for them. Don't worry about putting people in the wrong place. There are so many ways to keep growing that that volume and that income that you can't screw it up that badly. So even if you did put someone in the wrong place, it can be fixed. If you put someone in the wrong place, you have 5 days to move them before they're stuck there forever. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to quickly show you, I'll show you a quick little tour of the back office, so that you know just kind of the basics of how to get in and around there and where to look for stuff. But don't worry about the ins and outs of building a team quite yet. All we want you guys to care about and worry about is just doing your vital behaviors right now, and getting to Emerald. So the next question is, why should I sign my hubby up? And if he won't be doing anything except being a discount coach, and that gets covered in your training as well. But the basics are that it's basically like prime real estate. So as you build your little team, that top spot where you're building underneath is the spot that's going to get all that volume coming in. So if your husband is there and you're collecting volume because you're continuing to build a team, eventually, not right away, but eventually, you're going to start getting enough volume going through him that you'll get paychecks for him too. So not only are you getting a paycheck for yourself, but you're also getting a paycheck under him because you've been building underneath. So why waste that paycheck, right? When you can be getting that extra income. So for example, last week I had $1,000 week. And that was not just my account alone. That was my account and my husband's account together that got me that $1,000 paycheck in 1 month. So I guess that just goes to show if it was just me, it would take me a lot longer to get to that stage where I was making that amount of income weekly than if I built his underneath me as well. So that's the main purpose. you know, my husband is a Ruby coach, so I eventually started like building his to go to diamonds. But those different levels give you different amounts of cycle. So I don't want to like go too far into that either, just because we've been on the call a long time. But there's always more that we can learn about cycle and strategy, ways to make, even to maximize that. Oh my gosh, to maximize that income potential. And I like promise that it is well worth it, even if it just means that you put him there, but he can't stay active right now. Then that $15 that you're paying a month, that's getting covered because you're hitting Success Club and earning that income back anyway. You're not even really gonna notice. So for me, I signed my husband up right away and hit Emerald right away, and was able to get the leads right away because I hit Success Club was that priority, so that my Shakeology was always paid for and his was always paid for. So I'm gonna just kind of I'm gonna get Alyssa to just answer that last question, and then I'm just gonna give you a quick little tour of the back office, and then you guys can be all done unless there's any other questions that you guys have.
Really quick, I just wanted to touch on the the whole signing your husband thing. When I first started, I was like, okay, my coach is telling me to get to Emerald, like I just need to make it happen, because depending on your coach, they might offer you like a financial incentive as well. So that was kind of a big thing for me. But when you are signing your husband, you know, you might buy a challenge pack through his account and you're probably like, I just bought a challenge pack, like I don't want to buy another one. My dog barks, I'm sorry. He's literally like a toddler too. So, you know, taking that initial investment into your business, it is, if you're working this business and you're ready to like go and make this something, buying a challenge pack under your husband is going to pay off. I promise you, especially if you get like the variety pack of a Shakeology, and you can use that as samples and use that to make connections and grow your business. So just a side note on that. So sorry if he's barking. So for the coaching, like what are you logging in with on your Beachbody account? So please don't create a new account if you forget your information. Write it down somewhere. But yeah, you're going to use the same login information for Beachbody On Demand. You're going to use it for your back office. There's other resources like for Coach Mobile, things like that. So there's a lot of really good tools that you can use, but you're going to want to use that same login information for everything. So guard it with your life. Make sure that you know what it is. And also, if you're signing up your husband, make sure that you know his account information as well, because it will come in handy. So that's pretty straightforward, unless there's something else that I missed, Jody. Okay.
All right. So just hand it to my phone. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen with you. Okay, so I'm gonna log in. Oh, okay. All right. So can everybody see this? Yes, no? You see? All right. So don't judge my back office. All right. So when you first log in, this is the page that's going to pop up. Okay, and this is where you're going to see your basic information that's going to be the most helpful. So over on the left here, you'll see your coach ID. That's going to come in handy a lot. Memorize it. You're going to see your current rank. Okay, you're going to see, so right now, like your qualification, that's not going to matter for a long time. That'll only matter when you start like going into be like a star diamond and stuff. You don't care about that right now. You want to make sure you're active. You need to see who your upline sponsor is, your upline diamond. So, and and then how many coaches are in your downline, that number is going to keep growing as your coach and the coaches that she's put above you are putting coaches underneath you. And the more that grows, the more volume you have. So we get paid on Thursdays. So on Wednesdays, everything, all that cycling from all the volume you've been building ends. So when you come in on a Thursday morning, it's going to look really little at first, okay? So you're going to see your projected personal volume, okay? That's combined of like you and your customers. Your projected customer personal volume, so you can see it's 777, so that means the difference is just what I've ordered, which is my shake and my performance, my energize and stuff. And then you see like your team volume amount total. Right now it's 38. That's very, very little. But we also just started a brand new day or brand new week. And then your left leg, which is my weak leg, right? The number's lower, and your right leg. So my right leg is really strong because my upline has clearly a lot of coaches underneath me. So it'll always be way bigger than my left leg. But you guys might not see that. It might take a while before you see that, and you might just need to ask for help for which is your strong and which is your weak. But it's probably not going to be too big of a difference right at the beginning. Then you can see your alerts. So you can see how many coaches are in your organization. So that's everybody on your team that's been adding coaches. And you can click on it, and you can see who they are. So you can see like, there's Angela. You know, you can see where the people are that have been added. So like say Alyssa's coach or Megan's coaches won't show underneath me because they're not in the same line as me. But say like you guys will get to know Heidi. Like hers will show up because of where she is in my downline, but she's not my coach. Then you would see like how many coaches are projected inactive. So once you start building a team, you're really going to want to pay attention to that because our orders, so our Shakeology or whatever, cycles every 5 weeks. So you order it, and then you have 4 weeks of your month of your volume, and then in that 5th week, if you don't reorder, you have 1 week before you go inactive, and it'll show red, and I'll show you that in a second. So you have 1 week to fix that, right? So if you see a coach that's projected to go inactive, you're like, oh crap, I gotta let you know that you need to reorder your Shakeology, or you know that, you're about to be an inactive coach. You have one coach whose rank has changed, and that'll show you whether somebody like went up a rank or they lost rank. In this instance, they lost rank. How many new customers you have. So this is important. This is where you're going to see where you've got new customers. So this is showing me, so once you hit certain ranks, so your first one is 2-star, you can clone yourself. I'm not gonna really like bore you with that, but I've been able to do that. So now, this is where your strategy with your husband comes in. I put that cloning myself, I opened another business center underneath my husband, okay, on my weak leg. Now I put everything I order, all my customers, not all, but some of my coaches under there. So everything, all that volume goes up through that one, and I make money off that. And then it goes up because that one's an emerald right now. So I make $14 cycle off that one. And everything goes up to my husband that I'm putting under there. And then it also goes up through my original account, this one. So now I'm dipping 3 times in my income, okay? So I'm not really gonna see any customers that I signed myself under here anymore because I put them all under my second. So if they did, they would say my site because they directly went to your site. But these ones say the Success Club program, so that's for hitting Success Club 10, and those are the ones that bought Shakeology, where you'll see the customer program. And those are the ones from Success Club 5, okay? You can click on any customers and open up their orders, see their addresses if you need to message or send them something. You can see what they ordered. So this one was a Shakeology lead, and be like, oh, okay, she bought, oh no, that's not that, wait, what? That's the club membership. I don't know why I showed that, ignore that. Oh wait, what? I don't even, ignore that, okay. I'm not even gonna try to figure that out. But, so that's where you can see the difference. Customer program, Success Club 5, free lead. Success Club program is Success Club 10 Shakeology League. Okay? So that's just it. That's basically all you really want to care about in there. There you can see new emails. Clearly, I never read my emails. There, you can send emails through your account. Most of them are from Beachbody saying, you have a new coach or whatever. So that's that. You can choose to make reports and do all kinds of fun stuff in here, but we don't want you to worry about any of that right now. But none of that's going to matter until you're team building. But here you can open up and you can see, okay, I have 152 PV. And it'll tell me what my orders were and what they are. So this is 90. We know that's my Shakeology. This is 62. So those are like, I order a Shakeology boost and an Energizer every month. So you can see that. You can click on the plus sign here and you can see all your Success Club points and where they came from. So for example, for this month, it's saying I have 4 points from new coaches, and I can click on it and see who they are. I have adjustments to my points. You'll see this so you only get points from customers once, and then once again when they become a coach. But other than that, you can't get points from them. So if I had somebody who is a customer and they bought a challenge pack from me, and then like 4 months later they want to buy another challenge pack, I won't get points for that again. I'll get the commission, but I won't get points. But sometimes it'll show up and then customer service adjusts it. Or with the new Beachbody On Demand, giving that, it used to only be 2 points that we would get. But with this new launch, we get 3. And they add it later. And the system is a little bit messed up right now. So you click on it and it says Success Club points are being duplicated and they're trying to fix it. So it's saying here, like, see these two? It's saying I got 2 points from the same person here, which is clearly not true. And it's saying 3 here. So the system's a little bit messed up trying to adjust to this like huge launch. But that's where you would see that. Or they like made a mistake and didn't give you a point. You'd see it added there. And then this is just like points from all your new customers. And this is adjustments here. That's from all the VOD sales. So that's where you can break it down. You can click on any of them. Then the only other thing I want you to worry about in this main page is your leadership ladder. So that is just a gauge of how you're growing. And you're not gonna see this showing very much right at the very beginning. That's gonna all happen with how quickly or how slowly you decide to build. So for example, your first, here, I'll show you here. So you can always click on this and see where you're falling. And building this is just a really good gauge of how you're going to grow. And some of that comes with your rank, some of that comes with your volume, and your coaches hitting Success Club, that sort of thing. Now, one of the bonuses that we get that's fun from growing in this ladder, aside from money, is the fact that you get, so when trips are released, if you have certain things like Success Club Legend, which is like getting, Success Club every month for like 24 months, you get to sign up for things first, stuff like that. So there's other like little perks along the way that we don't know about, but this is your benchmark. So a business starter is the one you'll see first. It doesn't take very much to get to this, to show your business is growing here. You just gotta hit Success Club 5, you gotta be a coach, and you have to make $100 in a month. Super duper easy, because the Beachbody On Demand Challenge Pack is $70 commission. So sell 2 of those, sell 1 and 1 regular challenge pack, you're already a business starter. Team Builder is the one where you'll see probably the most often for the first part of coaching. And that's making $250 a month, Success Club 5, being an Emerald, and having 2 coaches with a point on the board. So if each of your coaches are also hitting Success Club, then you're doing that. And then having 200 of week volume. Well, if both of your coaches are hitting Success Club every month, you're probably pretty close to that. Team leader gets a little bit trickier because it's a big jump here to get there. And then organization leader is like, dude, you are rocking your business and you are probably a bunch of star diamonds, okay? So you don't have to really worry about that. But you want to hit team builder as quickly as you can. So you can see like, oops, in your leadership ladder. So last month, it's telling me last month I was a team builder and I want to be team leader. So sometimes I fall short and sometimes obviously it's a big difference. So this is only my first business center. When you get to open and clone yourself again, that counts too. So I've already hit team leader because my second is also showing that volume. So those are things that you can like start to work towards and gauge. But other than that, this is where you're going to be the most, is in these tabs here. Over here you can see where you can send an email. I never ever have used calendar. I've only ever done email. I don't even look at my contacts there. And incentives and rewards. So people don't really know about this. So this is where you can find news and training, blah, blah. But people, and over here, oh, this is breaking news. So if you're like, oh, I missed the National Wake Up Call, I want to watch it again, or watch it. You can get the number here if you don't have it. You know, it's telling you register for the Team Cup. More about our All Access Challenge Pack. Then again, the National Wake Up Call. So every week we have a call where we can listen to a leader and get motivated. And sometimes they announce new things, and that's like if you hit like Star Diamond status and stuff, they shout you out, some things like that. But in here, so there's some fun things in here where you can get like see where you are. So there's all these fun things that you can earn, which is pretty cool. Obviously it's gonna be a while before any of us are in the Million Club, but there's things like that, right? Who was elite. None of this stuff we want you to like really worry about, but you can see where you'll find those things. And then Success Club is like, what's Success Club? The Success Club leaderboard. Success starters, that's where you're gonna be. So if you get Success Club for the first 3 months of in your business, and if you just signed up today, you can still, next month still counts as your first month, just so you know. But that's where you'll see the name. So Success Club All-Stars, that's if you've had Success Club every month for your first year. So then the number here will show you like where you are. So it gets updated like through the month. So it says it's updated January 12th. So there's, anyway, I should be. So then Legends is like 2 years in a row. And then here you can see the Success Club trips. So what's fun about this is like, for example, we all got to start signing up for this trip. The people with the top Success Club points of the year get on this trip or get on this board, and as people get off the board, new people get added, so you can find yourself and try to see like when you'll get invited off the trip, and all of that just comes with pretty Success Club. So just these things are just fun stuff. They're not like imperative for you to look at or anything like that, but I just want you to know you can find them if you want them. And then so in your business, my preferred placement, that's where you're going to decide where you want to put somebody. I never ever use these. I only use left and right. Okay, that's where you're going to decide what side you want someone on. Your downline. So your graphical genealogy, that's the one where we're talking about you see the little person. So you can find the little person here. So you can see like, oh, she quit. You can see like red is ruby, green is emerald, yellow is diamond. If you're a star diamond, it'll have a little star with your number in there. And then you can see here like a little bit of a legend, so canceled, inactive, coach, whatever. And up here, you can search for people. And then over here, you can see like what their volume is and stuff like that. So all you're going to see at the beginning is your little person here, and that's it. Nothing other here is going to be done, except for if your coach is already signed another coach under you. You'll most likely be at the bottom at the beginning, right? And so you'd see like where they're placing people. Ideally, we want you to be placing people on the outside here. You're not going to worry about putting them on the inside like I did here until you're trying to give the person above more income. So that's nothing that you have to care about for a long time. But it just shows you that there's so much you can do to build your income and to build it at your pace. And then the one that I mostly go in, like you can see like who your coaches are, blah, blah. This is the one I do all the time. So when you are trying to see your team, see how they're doing, recognize them, show them, you know, see where everybody's like hitting success clubs. So you can see like somebody's got success club 8 here. That's Joelle. You'll get to know her too. Somebody's got success club over here. Most people have 0. You can see like what their volume is. You can see their qualification status. So if they're qualifying to be a startup, none of that is going to matter. But this is where you could see like, oh, she hit team builder, you know? So there are like, this is where I can see everything. But the only part you're going to really care about is whether or not they're showing active or inactive, what side they're on. And so for example, let's open one. No, one doesn't show one. Somebody, oh, okay. So you can see how those guys are red. So you can see like, they just, if you go across, they're red, and you can see their Shakeology is at its last week. So when it loops back around here, they'll be active again. But it lets you to know, oh, okay, I need to make sure that their Shakeology is shipping again next week. So that's just like you can gauge. That's where you can find that info if you need to know. But so yeah, so your coaches will show here, and if they have coaches, they'll have a little plus sign. So you hit the little plus sign, and if those coaches have coaches, you can also hit the little plus sign, right? And then if those coaches have coaches, you can hit the little plus sign. So you'll start to see your downline grow as you help other people with the opportunity too. That's really all where you'll see it all. Other than that, like this is where you'll find volume. We're not going to worry about that for a long time. This is where you can find your customers. So you can either see all of them, or you can do like a search for them. This is, no, I don't ever go in there. This is where you'll see your orders that you've personally placed. This is where you'll see your earnings. That will only show up. So for example, your commission will show up here and it'll show your week. And if you're a Star Diamond, it'll show your bonus. And then you'll see it here when they cut the check and what date. And then for your qualifications, this one's fun. So you can see how you've qualified. So for example, it'll show you, okay, did I get my required value? Yes. How do I, so I need 5 for Success Club 5, 10 for Success Club 10. Is it achieved? Yes. And then you can open it here again and it'll show you again the breakdown. But here you would go here. This is where you can keep track of how many months. I'm probably not going to forget, but Success Club 5. So we're in January, so it shows 1. How many months have I gotten it in a row? 10. January 1. How many months I got in a row? And you can see your total value for the year. And then you can go back. So we could look in December and we could see like your whole for the year. So here's like what I got for the year. So like obviously this year I want to try to beat that. So it'll just kind of like give you that breakdown so you can find that. And then other than that, is there anything else you need to see? This is where you can record us now. I don't worry about any of that. Oh, and just your EFT management. So if you want to change your bank info, and then that's it. So I think that's pretty much you need. I mean, you can see here your websites if you want to edit where it is. So you can find like if you're sending people to that main page at all, that's where you can link them to and like have your picture and whatnot. That'll all be in your training. But so for example, I moved this button over. So I'm like, I want my challenge backs to be on the very first page so that you know that. But you have the ability to move all of those around. Clearly this one needs to be updated. Okay, so I don't know. I hope that was helpful and not overwhelming. Oh, FAQ. Sorry, I didn't see that. Hold on. So where's the FAQ? I don't know. I just always said it. There we go. There's your FAQ. So you go in your news and go over here. And so for me, I just Google everything. I just say Beachbody coach cancellation form, and it'll pull it up. But you can, you'll see people like, so you'll see like announcements from Beachbody, and it'll be like, or on your coach will say, hey, check out FAQ 2020 for information on Beachbody on demand. And so you can go in here and you can search, or you can Google Beachbody FAQ 2020, and it'll pull it up, and then you can find all the information that you need about that. But the one that I use the most is the online chat and email form, because if there's somebody that wants to cancel Shakeology, whatever, so I just always go like, okay, Beachbody, see like email customer service. So you should keep those links on hand, like just put them in a notepad on your phone. But I would just like Google it and then click on it, and this is like the form I use most. So there's the email, there's another one for the live chat, and that's how I communicate most of the time. Okay, so I think we kept you way too long. I hope that's good. That's it. Does everybody feel okay? Is there anything that you want to ask before we stop? No? I think we're good. Okay. Well, hopefully that was helpful. I'm excited to see everybody killing it and ending up on the leaderboard. Thank
Hey,
you.
Jody.
Yeah.
I just want to say real quick, everybody, especially those who didn't hop on live. Yes, this can seem very overwhelming at first because it's new and there's a ton of information, and I know how you feel because I felt the same way, but you just take it one little chunk at a time and roll with it. I promise you in 2 weeks, this won't seem so overwhelming anymore at all. It's just, we just want you to succeed now instead of like giving you these things gradually and it taking you forever, you know. So yes, it's overwhelming and I'm sorry, but I promise it gets easier.
Yeah, I mean, a lack of information can also be overwhelming. So
Yep.
well, we're just all learning and growing with you guys.
Your
Okay.
training's going to give it to you step by step, so I promise it'll be better.
Let's do that.
Thank you guys for hopping on.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hope that was helpful.
Bye.